What is up, YouTube knife community? Back again. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about this little beautiful knife right here that has totally surprised the crap out of me. Uh, this is the same knife that Kase Knives Switzerland made, and Steve tested on his channel a little ways back. I haven't went back to watch his video. I can't remember what results he got, but we're going to talk about my results. So just a little bit of information on the knife. This model here he calls the Shard. It's like a real good EDC size knife. Let's see, we've got, here you go, we've got a blade length of, it's 3 inches, the whole blade. I think the cutting edge is, yeah, the cutting edge is right at 3. And overall, it measures about 6 5/8. So very EDC-able fixed blade. Very nice, very comfortable in the hand. I mean, that handle is awesome. It's got a great shape to it. Blade stock is about where I'd want it to be in an EDC fixed blade. It cuts well, it does a good job, and so we'll dive into it. As I mentioned, it's Kase Knives from Switzerland, and here at the top of the page you'll see that's his Instagram and his YouTube handle. So his Instagram is K Knives _ Switzerland, and then YouTube is Kase Knives Switzerland with a space in between. One more time, I'll show it to you if you want to go check him out. So there he is. Starting out with this, guys, I have very little experience with 4V steel. I do know that it is it's pretty simple steel, mid carbide range. It's got pretty good impact toughness and wear resistance, and you can run it at pretty high HRCs. With that being said, Roman from Kase Knives Switzerland, the maker of this knife, told me that this particular example is 64.8 HRC. Pretty hard stuff right there. So what I can tell you about this is just from sharpening this knife and using it, I don't need a lot of experience with 4V to tell you that there was a hell of a heat treat that was put on this knife. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into writing the protocol that he's got written to do this. And with that being said, I've been talking to Roman quite a bit over the last little bit, and he says that this is an older knife of his, like it was an old test knife, like shop knife or something. I can't remember how he put it, but he says that his heat treat just came a long way since making that knife. I could not imagine the step up that you're going to get from this knife to one if you bought one off of him now. He does all of his own in-house heat treat, cryo, all that good stuff. He does all that himself. He's got all the ovens, all the plates he needs for air cooling and all that good stuff. He's got it all. And he also wet grinds all of his edges, all of his bevels. So that'll ensure that, or it'll definitely help prevent overheating and having fatigued steel down around the apex. So with that being said, man, this thing absolutely came up screaming sharp. I don't know. Let me see if I can get a good shot. Well, it's got tape and glue and all that good stuff on it, but that right there is a 600 grit finish that with just a little more work would be mirrored at 600 grit. That's crazy. That tells you a little bit about how fine that grain structure is. He's put a lot of work into refining that grain structure on that knife. And man, it shows it in sharpening. So when I sharpened that knife, I brought up the smallest burr that I could possibly bring up on diamond stones. And within just a couple passes on a 4 micron strop, the burr just was completely gone. It's amazing how it does. And then after you use it and strop it back, it's crazy how easy it strops back. So let's get into some results. I'm gonna go ahead and show it right here. So for fine edge, I got 259.9 feet fine edge, and then another 190.6 for working edge, and the total came to 450.5. Hope I said that right. 259 fine, 190 working, 450 overall. Absolutely amazing results. I've only tested maybe 1 or 2 other knives that have went over that right there, and they were high carbide steels like Maximet or S90V or something. Like I said, this 4V is somewhere in the mid range of the carbides. But man, with this heat treat that he's put on this thing, it's freaking totally amazing. So I'm blown away by it. So what I want to do is I'm gonna wipe it off real quick. Just let me see. Let's see if I can find a rag. Yeah, you can see all the residue from the cut test. Yeah, it won't slice paper like reliably, I guess how we say it. It won't do that right now. So I'm just gonna take it and wipe off some of that glue and crap. Excuse me. Now I'm just gonna leave the tape on it. I'm gonna hit it about 10 times per side on the strop, 4 micron strop on leather, and we'll see if she'll slice paper. I literally just finished this test, and I wanted to hurry up, get this video out so I could at least have one video up this weekend. I lost count. I hope y'all are counting. I think that's about 10 per side. God, man. So here you go. After 10 passes or so per side, after cutting 450 feet of cardboard. Smooth as silk going through that paper. So yeah, guys, I'm not 100% sure of Roman's prices or anything. But I tell you what, whatever he charges, I feel pretty confident that these knives will be worth it. And I'm definitely on the list to get one, and hopefully I'll have one pretty soon. But so that's all I've got for today, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you hanging out. Roman, man, keep up the good work, and thanks for allowing this knife to come over here to be tested by us and me and Steve or whoever else ends up with it. That's awesome, brother. And hopefully we'll work together on some others in the future. Anyway, thanks to all subscribers. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys.